So much CGI. Maleficent tells the tale of Maleficent, the Disney villain from Sleeping Beauty, and this one, it's the untold story of Maleficent, I guess you could say. It paints her in a different light than that movie does, and you just kind of get to see what happens to her and how she became who she was, and let's just talk about this movie. Going into it, I was not excited. These movies, the Alice in Wonderlands, the Oz the Great and Powerful, even Snow White the Huntsman, all those movies, I just did not enjoy them. It went from like hate to just, it was So I was not excited for this movie going in, and I gotta say, overall, Maleficent is just not that great. And I'll tell you why. First of all, actually, let's get the good out of the way first. Angelina Jolie is fantastic in this movie. It's one of her best roles. She does such a great job with this character. Like, everything about her. She just has, like, all the little expressions she does, the way she moves as the character, it all works perfectly, and I thought she did a great job in the movie. She was the best part of the entire movie by far. There's Elle Fanning, who plays Aurora, and she is good in the movie. She does a good job of portraying her happiness as a character, because that's pretty much all her character is, happiness, and she just kind of smiles the whole time. And Charlton Copley, oh god, I love this guy as an actor, but in this movie his character is part of the problem, and he just kind of overdoes it. I thought it was just too much, and he was just like, oh, I'm the evil king, I'm going insane, and that's like, oh, okay, so that's what's happening. And it was annoying after a while. Another thing I did enjoy about the movie was there were action sequences in it. Like, you saw in the trailer that there was definitely going to be some action, but whenever they had it in the movie, I really enjoyed it. It was cool to watch. Like, you have these forest creatures that Maleficent can summon to fight the men that are attacking, and it was really cool to watch. It was a great battle scene near the beginning involving them. And the first 20 or 30 minutes or so of the movie, I was really enjoying. I thought it was really cool. It was cool to see Maleficent's origins and how she became who she was. And there was actually a scene where I got chills, like the scene where she is putting the curse on Aurora, and I don't think that's a spoiler because it's like very well known. So the way she was just announcing what she was doing, it was so cool, and she had this green mist coming out of her. It was really enjoyable. And there's a certain point in the movie, it's where these three fairies take Aurora out into the wilderness, and from then on, the movie is just, it consistently dropped in quality as it went on, and the main reason I will say for that is the CGI. And there was definitely a lot of CGI at the beginning of the movie, and there was a lot of it throughout the entire movie. I'm not a big fan of CGI when I can really tell it's CGI, or when everything in the movie in its entirety is CGI, like everything shot on a green screen. I like having actual locations to get a depth of feel, and everything in this movie is shot on a green screen, and that would be okay if it looked great. And honestly, the background and the scenery, it actually looked really good. But the thing is, a lot of the times there are these creatures that actual humans interact with, or Maleficent, and so you could tell that it's a real person and there's CGI there, and the CGI, it doesn't even look that great. It's just these really odd-looking creatures that aren't that great-looking, and you could really tell, and it really took me out of the movie over time. And let me just say one thing about those fairies, though, like, they were the thing that begun the descent for this movie, because they weren't in it that much, but they were awfully CGI'd, and then they turned into real people, and then after that, it was just, they're such terrible characters. They were not funny. They were trying so hard to be funny, but they weren't at all. They were just freaking annoying. And like I said before, Charlton Copley, he overdoes his role, and his role is stupid as it is, so it's just like, as the movie went on and he got more and more screen time, it was like, oh god, it was just boring after a while. It was just boring to watch, and you could tell where everything was going exactly, and it was just not fun to watch. The over-reliance on CGI really killed this movie for me, because it was just so blatantly obvious that it was fake. And it was just, that really takes me out of a movie. So I was just sitting there, I kept getting taken out, I was like, oh, that's CGI, and oh great, there's Charlton Copley again, and oh, that's what's happening with that character. It was just not an enjoyable movie after the first, like, half hour, and I fell out. I didn't enjoy it. Overall, I would say I had a semi-decent time with Maleficent. I wish that it was as good as it was in the first 30 minutes throughout the entire movie, because that would have been so much better. Overall, I'm gonna give Maleficent a C-. I don't suggest you go out and see it, even if you like Disney, because I've heard a lot of people bitching about the fact that they changed Maleficent's character, and I haven't seen the original Sleeping Beauty. Oh god, shoot me now, but I haven't, and I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, they just changed her completely and she was not like this, and so I don't see why anyone would want to see this movie. So what do you guys think of Maleficent? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What was your favorite creature in the movie? I don't know. I really like the woodland creatures from the beginning. Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there. Because if you don't, I'll create more CGI. I'll go back to blue screen backgrounds that look terrible.